I would like to speak about Atomic Habits, the book that I'm reading right now.
Okay. Shout out to Atomic Habits. Shout out to Stacks.
Shout out to Stacks, and I look forward to having Stacks on the show next week. Fuck it, bro. I like when we have these kind of conversations on a podcast. Very productive. It's honestly like a therapy session for us.
Yeah.
And then hopefully, who's ever listening to it's a therapy session for y'all too.
Yeah, we
hopefully
dropping gems right now.
Yeah, hopefully
Gem
y'all having
drop.
some of the same thoughts.
Of course, yeah.
But Atomic Habits is a book about just that, atomic habits. An atom is the smallest molecule. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but the smallest incarnation of life. It's as small as something can get. It's even smaller than a cell. And with an atom, there's an atom right here. Harmless. You can't do anything with it. This is made up of maybe 1 billion atoms. Harmless. You take enough of those motherfuckers and combine them in a big steel cage, and you get Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Some powerful shit that can fuck a lot of shit up. The book is called Atomic Habits. All these little habits that we practice in life, they're very minuscule, and they may seem that they don't have an effect, just like this little cup right here. But if you keep building on it and adding 1%, you had mentioned something about no matter how small the increment is, no matter how small the step is, take that step.
Take it.
If you take 1 billion steps, little steps, how high are you going to be after a year? You're going to be
Very
in the
high.
fucking heavens.
In heavens.
You're going to be in the heavens. So add up these little habits. And the reason why this book is powerful to me is because there are a lot of things I want to do. I want to lose weight. I want to go to fucking grad school and body that shit. I want this podcast to be the biggest podcast in the world. I want to have, it's a bunch of shit that me and Malcolm have planned that we want to come to fruition. My aunt always used to say this: little by little, the bucket fills. You can't fill the bucket in one go.
Never.
And those little habits, keep on fucking doing them. 1% better every day.
That's it.
1% better every day over 365 days. You do the math. That's how much better you just got.
That's a great ROI, return on investment right there. Ain't nothing better.
Nothing better.
Ain't no return on investment better.
And one of the things that, so I'm going to hit you guys with a quick analogy just to get your mind working on it. A lot of people work out, and I've experienced this. I've experienced it talking to other people. Let's just use getting in shape for an example. A bigger person is working out for a month straight, and they get discouraged because they don't see results. And trust me, man, when you work out one day, you look in the mirror like shit should have happened already. Like, you really be like, yo, why am I not where I want to be? But all that entire month that you put in for work, you're not going to see that until maybe 6 months from now. But guess what? You would never be where you are 6 months from now if it wasn't for that month of work. The analogy the book uses, you have a block of ice in a room and the room is at 0 degrees. That ice is frozen. You turn the dial once to 1 degree, still frozen. Twice, still frozen. And you keep turning it once every time until 23 degrees.
I think 32 degrees.
32. And 31, it's still frozen. You turn the dial 31 times. Nothing happened. And then you turn it once. In an hour, that ice has disappeared. Right? This is where the term overnight success comes from. If everyone had just seen that last turn, they would think, oh, it just takes one turn to melt the ice. You know what I mean? Fact. It just takes one turn to melt the ice. It's not, but what they don't see is all the work and all the efforts and all the turns of the dials before that led to that. Even though those turns you don't see a physical change, those are even more important. Right?
Very important. That's a foundation right there.
The last hit of the rock that breaks it is probably the least important.
Least important.
Maybe the 100 before that is what really matters.
That's a fact.
And I don't know, man. This book has just put me in a different mind space and teaching me a lot of things, man. I feel like I'm talking too much. You got anything to say?
No, that's good. Don't say that you ever talk too much. The podcast, you're supposed to speak. And
that's a fact.
You know, I like listening to people.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like listening to you too.
Yeah. So, but I can't say nothing on that book. It's just 1,000% right. You understand? Basically, just take it one day at a time, 1 minute at a time. Focus on what you need to focus and take care of what you need to take up. You can't do everything, and I realize that. You know. Going back on my life, got out of school, wanted to do real estate, and I didn't know what I was doing, just spending money, ridiculous money, wanting to do this, wanting to do that. Bro, at that point in my life, I'm like, yo, fuck trying to be big dog right now. I don't care. I'm just trying to move to where I know, okay, did I take care of what I took care of today?
Yeah.
You understand? Yes. Okay, so we're going to do what we need to do tomorrow.
But that's the big dog shit right there.
That is the big dog shit right there. That's the more important big dog shit. And you've seen that. Anyone in life, Utica used this analogy, never stand still. And I always seen that. And it always replays in my head every day, a flag where it says never stand still. And that's what life is about. Never standing still. Once you can stand still for one day. Mind you, you might need that day. You can stand still for 2 days. You can stand still for 1 week. You understand? But if you standing still for a month straight, if you ain't got it like that, if you standing still for 2 months, 3 months, a whole year, what are we doing? That's what people do. That's what you should not do.
That's exactly
that's basically what that book is saying. What you're saying, you're telling people. Utica, shout out to y'all for this. Never stand still. And it's a fact. Never stand still. Always do something. Even when I'm working at the school last year when I was working, the other teachers said, yo, make sure you're going to school because you know how fast school goes. Yes. Just go to school, take as many classes as you need, one class at a time. And that always plays as compound interest right there. You take one class, you take two the next semester. You take one the next semester, you take another one the semester. You're getting better, you're leveling up, you're never standing still. And that's, I feel like, what people feel in life. And I don't care, whatever I did in life, or whatever I do right now, I don't care because I know the work I'm putting in. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to get better as small as I can every day. And that's what life is about, I feel like.
Absolutely. And just to drop some more gems, one of the things that the book preaches is be the person who you want to be. Mm-hmm. For example, I'm gonna keep talking about weight because this is my biggest challenge. I'm not trying to come at anybody. Don't get that idea. When you go to bed at night and you're hungry at night and you're thinking, "Fuck, I don't want to eat that ice cream bar. I don't want to go buy a beef patty." The mindset for me now is, would such and such fit ass person do that? No, they won't do it. Okay, so I am that fit person, so I'm not gonna do that because that's who I am. Right? I don't know if I explained that perfectly. You have to literally be who you want to be. So, for example, you're 300 pounds right now, but you're not going to be 180 with abs if you're not a person with 100. If you're not that person while you're 300. You understand what I'm saying?
100%.
You have to be that person even when you are not quite that person yet, but you are that person. Right? What would a super fit ass model do? Say you're a girl, you want to be a super fit model. Well, she's probably going to eat 2 eggs a night, kale, and some spinach. Well, my 300-pound ass needs to eat 2 eggs a night, kale, and some spinach. Because I am her. And through practicing those habits, I will eventually become that. Right? That's the only how, that's the only way. So whatever you have going on in life, if it's you want to be a smart person, well, what would a smart person do on a Saturday night? Okay, pull the book out, write cards, and fucking study. Right? And another gem. A lot of people who have, and this, I'm about to get into stacks in the interview because I really want to talk about this because a lot of the fitness guys, they make it seem like, you know what I mean? And this is no hate. Like, we're all going to be there at one point. They have it all figured out. They work really hard and the willpower is so fucking crazy. I wake up at 3 a.m. and I get after it. And I respect that. But let's be honest, right? For the fittest guy in the world and a lady who is in her 40s and she's out of shape, guess who it takes more willpower to wake up and put in a workout in the morning?
The big lady?
It's not even close. It's not even close. So the key to life is set your life up in such a way that you don't have to use willpower. Mm. And that's the genius of what a lot of people do.
And you thought of that? Or that's from the book?
No, that's from the book. I'm giving you all facts from the book right now.
Now say that again for the people.
Set your life up in such a way where you don't have to use willpower. For example, a drug addict. You're not going to stop doing drugs if you still live in the crack house where you were doing drugs every day. You might be able to say no for 1 or 2 days, but guess what? You don't have enough willpower to fight that off. Go move down south with your aunt where you don't know anybody that do that. Where you have to exercise the least amount of willpower. Right? If you know you want to eat bad at night, get all the bad food out of your house. If you know you don't want to study because the TV is right there, get the fuck out of the living room, go to your bedroom, go to a library and sit down. Use the least amount of willpower as possible. I feel like I was going somewhere with this and I kind of forgot. But yeah, this book is powerful. Read this book.
That is very powerful.
Read this book.
And you stating that the people I see on Twitter, the wealthy people I see on Twitter, it's called Black Wealth Twitter. Mm-hmm. They're big on that. They say move from where you at, from where you grew up at. All the people you know on your Facebook list, all the people you know on your Instagram, the people you personally know, move away from them.
Yes.
Get somewhere where you don't know them because you could switch your habits. No one knows you.
Yeah.
And it's easy to switch your habits. Like you said, the willpower. Willpower is really your team, the people you're around. And I'm blessed to have this gentleman right here in front of me, Nick Johnson, people that correlate with the same mindset. You understand? Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be, like I said, life is not about right now. What you do right now will help you in the long run, and that's what life is about. Mm-hmm. You understand? So we had the same mindset for the future. You understand? We understand we can't do everything all at once right now, but
it's a marathon.
If we're gonna keep working, then things are gonna click. Mm-hmm. And you part of the team. I'm part of your team. You part of my team. We have a team. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. And I'm glad you're reading that book and it's opening up to you. You understand? Because other people might need that book in their life.
Yeah, go check it out. It's called Atomic Habits. And one more thing on books. Books are just like habits. You read one book, it's really not going to affect you. You can read the best book in your life. And I've just realized this by this book. Honestly, you don't really start understanding books and understanding how it can benefit you until you're at like book 5. I'm dead ass. Because then you start realizing, oh, this is what I need to take from this. And when you read self-help books, they all give you the same advice.
Everything.
They all just key on different parts of it. And then you realize, oh shit, I need to be a dog like David Goggins. Go, go, go. Dog-ass mindset. But I need to form these habits to make that dog mindset a little bit easier to achieve. You know what I mean? And as a man thinketh, I need to think these things before I form the habit, before I could, listen, man, it all comes together.
Compound interest, right there.
Compound fucking interest. So I'm going to give y'all my 3 top books if you just want to read. As a Man Thinketh, Fact. Maybe do that number 1 because that's going to take you like 2.5 hours to read. Fact. David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me, and then Atomic Habits. Make that be the 3 you start off with, and you could branch off to a bunch of other things. How to win with people, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, if you want to get your finances
The Nick and Mal book.
The Nick and Mal book. That's going to be, the pre-order is in for 2032, but y'all can get it, y'all can get it now. Like, come on.